we're being lied to when it comes to VA claims. There's a lot of we're in it for the veteran and we try to help them, but it's an attention grab across the way. Territorialism. The fact is, change needs to happen, and change doesn't happen by pointing a finger and saying, don't work with them or don't go over there. The first question is, why are veterans going to private organizations in the first place? The current help, as is, isn't enough. 6,350 agents and so forth and lawyers are not enough to solve this problem. Just a fact. And if a few hundred people in a private side derailed your business and that's why you're trying to sue them in class action suits, that speaks highly to the fact that you suck. Your content sucks. Your engagement sucks. And you're not meeting veterans where they're at. It's just the facts. If so, they would have gone anywhere. But you weren't available. You weren't there. Copy and paste, bland, old school things don't work today. You're talking to folks as if though it was 87. It's not. It's not VHS time. This is social media. Show up. Put in the work. You can't delegate it. You can't outsource it. It takes time, which you may not have because you're understaffed. Private organizations coming into the space understand this. So they're coming at this from a different perspective. And instead of the lawmakers and so forth and, powers that be demonizing, why don't you ask the question as to why veterans are going there? It's great. Okay, I get it. The state attorney general is suing VA Claims Insider. No, it's attention diffusion, basically. The reality is, what's the solution? You take away a big whale fish, the biggest name in the space, and then what happens? Others scurry up and do the same thing. Or you put the Guard Act in place because, of course, when you ban something, that stops criminals from doing something. Think about that for a second. So the point here is the Plus Act, for example, has penalization, but also creates a ramp to be able to bring in private actors into the space the right way. I would love to join the conversation, and I would sit next to Vet Guardian in a heartbeat before the committees to speak about what is it we're doing and why veterans are coming to pay attention to what we're saying and why they choose a paid service versus free services. Again, not for everyone, but why is not the question, what are you doing that's working? Why are veterans going to you? How can we work together better? That should be the question versus demonizing and trying to guard things off. What you've been doing currently does not work. With over 1 million claims in backlog, the thing is getting crazy, and we need more help. So let's not alienate. Let's include people. And if private providers, organizations, companies, and so forth who are for profit are really about that life, they'll show up. They'll have a conversation, and together we can collaborate. Because guess what? If all of us put together, VSOs, lawyers, accredited agents, and private companies come up to, let's say, 10,000 total, 15,000 maybe, there's 18 million vets, of which 5 million are rated. Moral of the story is we need more help. So we'll start talking about this. We'll start making noise. We'll start bringing up the points that need to be made. You don't have to give me your business, but make informed decisions. But we have to start talking about the fact that there's a misinformation of things. We don't need to guard our veterans from things. We're big boys and big girls. We served in the military, for crying out loud. What we need is more options. We protect our veterans by giving them more options, vetted options, inviting in what's working instead of being resistant to change. Change is inevitable. The system is broken, trust is broken, and private providers have built trust. You should leverage that. We need a whole of space approach to solve this problem. And we'll start talking about it. Maybe vets listen. Change may not come, but at least I did my part to use my ability to say something and get into the conversation. We'll see where it goes. But Vet Guardian, we should talk.